Good evening. It is 10 p.m. here in Seoul. I am Adi, the AI anchor with the headline news. Sounds of cheering and music filled the streets on Thursday as official campaigning kicked off for the April 10 general election. From early morning, candidates embarked on the final part of their journey to win seats in the 22 National Assembly of South Korea. Ruling People Power Party's interim leader Han Dong-un visited Seodaemungu district in northwestern Seoul to call for support for the party, while the main opposition Democratic Party leader Lee Jae-myung encouraged support for his party at its campaign kick-off ceremony in Yongsan-gu district in central Seoul. Minor parties also launched their campaigns at key locations nationwide. 13 days remain until the official voting. South Korea will combat agricultural decline by easing certain regulations, according to plans announced following an emergency economic meeting on Thursday. The Land and the Agriculture Ministries will work in tandem to promote all forms of vertical farming. There will also be efforts directed towards allowing residential facilities in rural areas to be built in which people from the city can stay. Seoul's unionized bus drivers went on a strike early Thursday morning after negotiations over a wage hike failed, with more than 97% of services in Seoul affected. That is 7,210 intracity buses. Commuters suffered serious inconvenience in the morning. Fortunately, the walkout did not last long though, as the union and management reached a fairly rapid agreement. The union and the management struck a deal at around Thursday 3 p.m. to raise wages by 4.48% for this year, and to give around $480 as extra holiday pay, leading to the end of the strike. South Korea and the US have jointly issued a new set of sanctions against North Korea as part of their latest efforts to cut off sources of funding used for North Korea's weapons programs. Two entities, a UAE-based firm and a Russia-based company, were sanctioned for engaging in the dispatch and operations of North Korean IT workers abroad. 4 bank representatives were also added to the sanctions list for evading sanctions and funding North Korea's nuclear and missile development through illegal financial activities, such as money laundering. South Korea's foreign ministry said the sanctions are expected to raise awareness of the risks related to transactions involving these individuals and entities, not just domestically, but also within the international community. Israel's Air Force continued to strike the Gaza Strip on Wednesday, 2 days after the United Nations Security Council passed a resolution calling for a ceasefire. The Israeli military said that warplanes had hit dozens of targets over the previous day, including tunnels, military compounds, and militants. The same day, Free Palestinian human rights groups said that the Israeli bombardment of Rafah had intensified over the previous 72 hours. The UN resolution, which was passed on Monday, called for a ceasefire for the remaining weeks of Ramadan and the unconditional release of all hostages held by Hamas militants in Gaza. That brings us to the end of tonight's AI headline news. Thank you for watching. Good night.